During apartheid, police were reviled by black communities. Now that hatred has turned to contempt. But in this new South Africa, what can we do to turn that hostility into cooperation? Now, Diepsloot is not the only township where residents take the law into their own hands. In Khayelitsha in the Western Cape, 18 vigilante attacks were reported in the first 10 months of last year. And mobs run riot in many Gauteng townships. In the face of ongoing crime, many communities see street justice as the only solution.
If you can find communities whereby murders happen every day and people either get arrested and they are out by the following day and then nothing ever happens to them again. Now, or people never get arrested. Now, when that happens, people can mobilize themselves such that they want to take actions to take the law into their own hands. It becomes a norm of how we solve our problems, such that people start to believe that if nothing happens, then this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to, even though it is against the law.
But there is another way. Last year, the Street Committee and the Community Policing Forum in Vosloorus on the East Rand put their lives on the line to protect a theft suspect. They simply refused to stand by and watch a mob on the rampage. The incident began when a tenant's washing was stolen from a line. Days later, he came across a man wearing his T-shirt. The man told him who'd sold it to him. When the tenant got hold of the alleged thief, he dragged him to his yard, calling the Community Policing Forum for help.
Why actually impatha?
It didn't take long for locals to realize something was going on. They stepped in savagely with sticks and shamboks.
It's better kube imvubu. Lezi ezinye ikhali ezinjengezagile ezilimaza umuntu ukuthi alimali sabavimba ukuthi nawo singasebenzi.
The mob got increasingly vicious. They even started threatening the Community Policing Forum members and especially the owner of the tenant's house, Walter Mashego.
Ngizengangena endlini ngahlala phansi ngishiya le crowd le ngithi hayi ngcono ngiphumule kancane. Ngoba manje bese ngicabanga ukuthi njengomaphoyisa njengoba ngaveli yini into izoyenzeka kahle kahle.
The way babekwatile baze bakotela nobaba uMashego bakwata abebangasa understand ukuthi thina besivikela ukuthi mangabikho meda apha endlini kababa uMashego yaba.
If they believe that this is what works for them, like all the situations that we've heard about what's been happening in all the other communities around Gauteng, whereby people take things into their own hands when they lose confidence into the system, then they start to believe that this is the right way of doing things.
The Community Policing Forum moved the suspect inside. The mob was kept at bay until the police arrived at 10 o'clock, 2 hours after they were initially called, and an unnecessary death, fortunately, was prevented. These unsung heroes of Vosloorus all share the same sentiment when it comes to crime.
Njengoba manje nosinama street committee lento ngizoyenza vele ngizozama ngendlela eziningi ukuthi vele nokuze kutholakala bona ukuthi nowele sizobonisana inkinga enjalo sibonisane nomgangi bona yibo manje bazosala nendaba ukuthi manje bayenza njani ngomgangi.
If sisebenzisana somphakathi sonke, I think ukuthi singayinqoba lo crime. If umphakathi uhlangene, even including now amaphoyisa.
That's a sentiment echoed by police in their email to us. They believe that with cooperation, they can win the scourge against crime and also stop communities from taking the law into their own hands. Well, we'd like to hear your views. You can fax us on 011-880-883 or email us on thirddegree@etv.co.za. There's also Facebook and Twitter. Until next week then, goodbye from all of us on the Third Degree team.